What's up? What's up? Can you see me? I don't know. All right, so my name's Tom. I went on a cruise to Alaska. It was freaking awesome. It was with the Princess Cruises, and they're only an okay company to cruise with. My grandparents have luckily taken me on some really awesome vacations, and this one was gonna be awesome, except for we had this really weird situation where the toilet in the bathroom smelled like pee and poop that wasn't ours, and it was really nasty. So then, we mentioned it. I think like a day later, they try to clean it or something, and then we're like, no, we still smell it. Long story short, we had them in like 4 different times. By the last time, they were there at the door saying, like, show us it, like, look under the toilet or whatever, and like, they're saying that they couldn't smell it, and me and my brother were like, we can definitely smell it, and they're like, go in there, smell it more. Is it coming from in there? And we're like, we don't want to smell it more. Anyways, so they're having us smell other people's fecal fucking matter on our cruise, and I ended up getting like sick for 2 out of the 7 days. And there's a cute girl, but if you're deathly sick, you don't want to get anyone sick. So it's just not a fun experience there for like I guess 2 days and a half or something. And sorry, playing video games. And then I said, I want an official person to call me about this bad experience. I waited for a while, like two months maybe. No one got back to me. I had to call in to Princess Cruises, submit something, submit the formal request a second time because they don't really give a shit about you. And then some lady called me and she said, okay, we can give you and your brother $200 off for your inconvenience. And that was last December. I said, honestly, I got one of the sickest I've ever gotten. It was like mono, but for like a 2-day stretch, I was happy that it wasn't longer. And it was just like the nastiest non-premium experience I've ever had. And then she's like, okay, I'll give you guys each $300. And I actually thought that was pretty cool to do that. Then, did I ever get a confirmation email sent? No. How easy is it to do that? Pretty freaking easy. Sorry for using hostile language. I'm just getting blown up by a robot right now. And then I only have a year to get the booking, so now I'm looking into it. It's next summer. I want to get ahead on it. I call it in. Is it on file? No, it's not on file. And then I call back, speak to a nice lady. I'm talking to her about the cruises. Well, yeah. And then, is it on file? No. She hands me over to the lady I talked to before, which she kind of gave me a little attitude before. Whatever. She was nice in the beginning, but I could tell she was, when she introduced herself, she's like, I'm not getting this kid to pull a fast one on me or something. And I'm not calling in to get another $100. Like, I could see someone doing that. But it just sucks when you were actually told you're gonna get an extra $100 each, and then she's like, "No, it was 200. I have in my notes 200. The system was telling me to give you 200, so that's what it is." And I said everything. I was like, "Hey, I know you don't. You might think I'm just trying to get an extra $100." She's like, "No, not that." I'm like, "Okay, well, I know that maybe your system might have." She was even like, oh, I couldn't have given you $300. It wouldn't have let me. I'm like, well, then maybe in your system it automatically reverted back down to the $200 you were originally going to offer me. She's like, no, it wouldn't have done that. It wouldn't have done that. And then she's trying to offer me like dinner and a free bottle of wine, and instead of giving me the $100 that she promised me, and then she finally is like, okay, if you don't want the dinner, I can give you $50. And without the dinner and the bottle of wine. And I'm like, and she's like, so I can raise it to 250. I'm like, you get that? To me, it's you're lowering it to 250. So I figured I'm gonna make a video about this to finally show Princess Cruises like what their customer service is like, and also the crew members. They were, the toilet scrubber guy. He worked hard. Elmondo, you know, um, he cleaned it like 4 freaking times with a smile on his face, and we would like welcome him in and stuff. But then the people above him, the girls at the front desk. I know that cruise ships have like a that like sorry to get intense on you guys here, but that rapey atmosphere in inner crew members, especially if they're like not Americans, like I don't know if you guys know that's a problem, but like those girls, I know they're in a hard situation there, but they did not process any of my information well. I did not get confirmation emails from them or the lady that I just spoke to right now. And um and they were pretty rude. Oh, don't rip my arms off. Oh, come on. Anyways, video games these days. Anyways, I'll show you my face so I'm not anonymous here. What's up? And yeah, just I don't want to go on a Princess Cruise again. None of the boats have the cool surfing thing. It's all old people, and their bathrooms are shit. The service is all right. In certain areas, in other areas, no. And then they made us use Purell when like everybody was sick, and like a lot of people were like refusing, and that was really funny because like you should just get some like essential oils up in there instead of this like kills all the germs except for the worst ones. And so a lot of people were sick on that cruise, and I would like everybody to know that too. So yeah, thanks a lot, Princess Cruises, for making Alaska kind of more lame than it could have been. Peace.